You're listening to another podcast with Holly Hall. I'm Holly Hall, and my education is a master astrologer, background education in philosophy and psychology, neurolinguistic programming, past life regression therapy, hypnosis, heart math, and my claim to fame is my clairvoyancy. I coach my clients on a regular basis from anything to healing their childhood, looking at their past life, understanding all the relationships in their life, and helping them with their career and health issues. But all of it comes down to knowing thyself, the inner work that we need to do in order to evolve. And this is the fastest way to get that done. Painless, pain-free, and fun. So now, sit back, relax, have a cup of tea or coffee, take a walk, or while you're driving, day or night, and let's listen to the next show. Hello. Let me share with you what is going on astrologically, but I'm going to put this forth along with one of my pet peeves. It is people believing misinformation without researching and then sharing that information. Okay, let me digress. Obviously, the information is accurate according to the beholder of that knowledge, right? So what I believe is misinformation may not necessarily be your truth of information. It really depends on how broad the situation is. So for instance, what made me look up the Astrological Connection was to the very popular, widespread news about Kyle, who was involved a few years ago in a shooting in which he shot a few people at the age of, I believe, 17. And I really didn't know anything about this. I don't follow the news. I wasn't paying attention to the news, even though I saw a few blurbs here and there. I didn't really go down that rabbit hole and read about it until somebody shared some information on Facebook. And it wasn't that information that meant anything to me. It was all of the comments below. And everyone was educating me on what really happened because they were rebuttal against the original post, sharing what happened exactly. And so mainstream media was dramatizing and traumatizing this poor boy situation to get media attention, to get more views, more likes, more comments, to make money. And that's when I started thinking, what is going on astrological? And I couldn't find anything really negative, but I did find something quite positive. And this is what intrigues me. So for the next year, we've got Jupiter navigating between Pisces and Aries. This could not be more opposite signs. One is fire, Aries. One is water, Pisces. So we live on this beautiful planet, but what this energy is about is expansion of not only our livelihood on the planet, but our consciousness around compassion. Jupiter is an expansive planet. It's the largest planet in our galaxy. But as a symbol in astrology, it helps us grow, and mostly in a very pleasant way. Collectively, it's going to help us grow around expanding our hearts and unconditional love, which is Pisces. But first of all, we have to have the wool pulled over our eyes, like blinders. And we have to be clear in what we see when we're looking through rosy-colored glasses. So what's going to happen during its Pisces is all this, the wool's going to be pulled over our eyes. We're going to feel victim. We're going to feel alone, despair, separated, a separation, creating that victimhood. And it's because we do not clearly see through those rosy-colored glasses. And then there's Aries. And Aries is all about the fight, the activism. Because Aries wants to step in and take off those rosy-colored glasses and have a look at what the truth is with compassion. I had a friend say to me that she saw a news clip with a gentleman who had caused death with his interaction in a crowd. And all she could think of was, what is happening to that boy, that young man? What has happened to him to create such a situation? That is compassion. It's not forgiveness. It's not acceptance. It's not allowance. It's not liking what happened. But compassion looks deeper. Compassion looks deeper. Now, Jupiter is going to move into Pisces at the end of December. And it's going to stay there until May of 2022. And then mid-May, it moves into Aries. I'm going to tell you what this means in a minute. And it stays in Aries until it goes retrograde at the end of October of 2022. And stays there until mid-December of 2022 and goes back into Aries. So we're looking at the peaceful warrior here, people. Aries in May is going to step in after approximately 6 months of feeling isolated, lonely, segregated. Our thoughts, our minds, our opinions, our freedom executed. And then in May, Aries would step in and it will tell us how we need to fight this. With aggression and anger? No, because Pisces is going to want you to try to keep this with compassion. It will bring forth in May activism against individuals and against large organizations in which there are blinders, in which the rosy-colored glasses and the wool have been pulled over our eyes, victimizing us through deception and lies. So as an astrologer, I want to advise that you focus more on this process of expansion, of expanding your mind, and don't allow it to be closed by fear like a victim who hides in the shadows, wondering if naivety is blissful, because reality is easily dismissed. We don't want to go there. If one does not take off the blinders and the rosy-colored glasses, it's easier to stay within that unknown. However, if you decide to peek out and see all of the facets of any given situation, you will expand your mind. You will expand your heart. And this is Jupiter. And this is the true healer and the Pisces. And this will lead to good fortune. Okay, this will lead to good fortune. Do not allow humanity to go against humanity, because if we do, we will become lost. And therefore, We will become the peaceful warriors. But in order to become a true peaceful warrior, you have to approach life with no expectations. Surrender to the unknown, that's Pisces, and know that your own individuality will survive despite the unknown, and that's Aries. And we're going to oscillate back and forth through this as it escalates to the end of the 2022. So will the war be of the people against the 1%, the rich, the wealthy, the in control, the media? Or will it be the people against the people? That's your choice. Now you are forewarned and forearmed. Namaste.